What's up, everybody? D-Man back to a brand new Godzilla King of the Monsters news and updates. Do I look different in this video? It's probably just the glasses, that's all. Don't worry about it. Chapter times in the description below. All right, we're gonna start out by showing off some art from Brian Mendez. I feel like I always want to call him Menendez, but his name is Brian Mendez. He did a Godzilla 2019 drawing, pretty sweet. I was gonna call it 2014, but this is clearly the 2019 design. All right, next up, we have one from Leo Lopez. This is his King Ghidorah. Pretty sweet. Both of these are real cool. James Nelson did some Mothra and Rodan sketch art. I think that's what he called it. Scratch art. Sorry, scratch art is what he calls it. I don't know how you make this stuff, but this looks really cool. They're clearly based on the kaiju character posters for both Rodan and Mothra. I think they turned out really well. I especially like the Rodan one. Rodan looks very cool. This next one is uncredited. I really wish I knew who did this, but I don't, so please let me know down below so I can add it to the description of the video. This is an Invasion of Astro Monster 2019 update. It's so good. The Invasion of Astro Monster, the Exilians, is that what you guys call them? They're just the aliens. The guys from Planet X, I get why you'd call them Exilians, but that makes me think Final Wars. The aliens, that's such a classic look too, so you never go wrong with that. You've got the crazy cool new Rodan design behind the mountains, Ghidorah looking amazing, and then you have Godzilla 2014 right behind him. So good. You also have Godzilla wrapped up and Rodan wrapped up in their little eggs, I don't know what to call them, they're pods that they get transported in. This is so good. Please let me know who did this. All right, the last one we have, the last art piece we have, did this come from, Taku? Is that how you say that? Taku on Twitter? I'm not sure if he made this or if someone else made this and he just tweeted it. I couldn't figure that out. But it is, it's so good. It's Rodan versus the flying battleship, the giant claw. Now, the only thing that would make this better is if that horrible maquette Rodan wound up being the real design. That would be the only thing that made this better, is if Rodan had those feathery wings, then it'd just be the same thing fighting itself. This is amazing. I love this. All right, we have one last image from the Toy Fair of Jakk Pacific. They had a display for their figures. It was really cool. Nothing has got me as hyped for these Jakk Pacific figures as this display. First off, you get a sense of the scale of each figure, which is really cool. The Ghidorah and Rodan 6-inch figures, is that what they were, 6-inch? They look a lot bigger than I anticipated. Their wingspans are huge. That is going to be real nice to get my hands on. And then the 3.5-inch figures, they look a lot better than I anticipated too. The 12-inch Godzilla looks great. I really am liking what we're seeing here. Like I said, nothing has got me as excited for these figures as this display has, so I'm all for it. All right, we have some last little bit of info on the NECA stuff, and when I say a little bit, I mean that's kind of the brunt of what we're going to talk about. There's a bit to talk about with NECA. First off, we know that the Godzilla and the Godzilla Blue Atomic Breath, they're going to be 12-inch. Mothra and Rodan are both going to be 7-inch, so there's the scale for those guys. If you're interested on the release dates and all that, go watch last video. Okay, what else is there? We have our first promotional images, I guess you could say that. Yeah, our promotional images for the blue Godzilla Atomic Breath version. Looks very cool. I talked about this in the last video, but I am all for that beam effect. Not like him shooting the atomic breath. I think the atomic breath itself looks okay. I think the explosion, the base for it, looks amazing. So I'm very excited to get my hands on that. And overall, this figure just looks awesome. I love the blue mixed throughout the design. The dorsal fins look great. I love the blue mixed in with them. And a lot of people have pointed out that the dorsal fins on the NECA Godzilla are actually bigger than the dorsal fins on Godzilla from the movie, which is okay because big dorsal fins is pretty cool. So I'm all for that. I don't know, guys. I really think this blue Godzilla Atomic Breath looks awesome. I'm a little bit more excited for the blue version than I am for the non-blue version because I'm getting the non-blue version of SH Monster Art, so I might as well look more forward to the blue version of NECA because that's the exclusive one. Although here we go, the Rodan promotional images, those are out too, and oh, it's just so good. I cannot wait for this figure. It is, I think, the best Rodan figure, and I've been trying to like rationalize it in my head. I still think the NECA one has a better sculpt because you can see like the lava texture on the wings much better than you can on this one. So Monster Arts has that going for it more so than I think think this does, but the fire effect on this guy is so much better than it is on any other Rodan figure. I am so excited to get my hands on this for that fire effect. And like I talked about in the last video, I appreciate that this guy is charcoal gray rather than red, because that gives us some variation. Now he's not going to be the same figure that we're getting from Monster Arts and everywhere else. He's going to be his own thing. So the charcoal gray look to him makes him stand out from the others, and also makes the flames on his wings pop way more. So I'm very excited for it. I'm interested to see how the wings articulate. They have this weird fold in them, so it'll be interesting to see how that looks when you move it, or if you should always just keep him open winged position, otherwise he won't look great. But there you go, that's what we have for NECA, other than their little announcement, which kind of sucks, that they're supposedly, all right, keep this in mind, supposedly not gonna be doing Ghidorah. I'm skeptical about this, all right? I know I should probably be like, oh, well, they did flat out say they're not doing Ghidorah. But they also kind of said the same thing about Rodan. They said, no, we're not gonna do Rodan. What are you guys talking about? Rodan? Pff, get him out of here. And then they showed him off at Toy Fair and he looks amazing. So with this no Ghidorah thing, I'm not sold on it. I think they will do Ghidorah down the line. I think at SDCC, that's probably a good point to anticipate. Maybe around G-Fest time, they'll show off Ghidorah. I seriously believe that they will do Ghidorah down the line, because it just doesn't make sense for them not to. They have the rights to him from what we understand. So if they're gonna hold off on it, it's gonna be the biggest moneymaker of the group. Also, just buy the rights, because it is gonna be the biggest moneymaker of the group. You know that. People want articulated Ghidorah figures. I really don't see a reason why they wouldn't do him, so I'm still sticking my guns here and saying just wait a few months and then we'll get the reveal for him. Like half a year later, we'll get the reveal. We made it to the final story. I anticipate quite a few people skip straight here. It is the Godzilla King of the Monsters. Only one can be king. TV spot. There you go, I said it. I got requested to say only one can be king. I said it. There you go. We'll do a little breakdown here. It's 30 seconds long, so I can't talk too much about it. It starts out, we get a good look at our desert that explodes, all right? It's an oil field. I'm assuming this is in America. I'm not sure where else this would be. I picture this as somewhere like Arizona, although the next scene I would have pictured being somewhere else. We'll get to that. I would have pictured that also being in the US, just because I'm US based. The next one isn't, and I guess this one has a very strong possibility of not being in the US, but I anticipate at the moment that this is going to be in America, in like Arizona, somewhere around there. We get a good look at the desert exploding. I count about 6 legs coming up out of the ground, which we expected 6 legs, right? We all thought it's an arachnid type creature. 6 to 8 legs is what we expect. So seeing 6 legs doesn't surprise me. If we had seen like 13 legs, maybe I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. Or if we had only seen 2 legs, I would have been like, huh, what are you doing? 6 legs. I'm sure 2 more are just off screen. I feel like this is probably an arachnid kaiju, and I'll do a whole video about this guy. Next, that'll be the next video I do, because I've been getting way too many requests not to do a full video on it. Even though I've already done a full video on it, I guess I'll do another one. It never hurts. It's a big kaiju coming out of the desert. Pretty sweet. The next one we have is, I think the most interesting part of it is that it takes place in Munich, Germany, and it's Monarch Outpost 67. This is a mountain that explodes and a kaiju rises. We see a good look at the kaiju's face. It looks kind of generic to me, very much like a Pacific Rim Uprising kaiju. It looks like Mega Kaiju. That's what the head looks like. The head looks like Mega Kaiju. So that's what I'll say. I'll say that for this video, I'll say that the head looks like Mega Kaiju to me. I'm not sure what we can gather from the fact that it's in Munich, Germany, other than the fact that Monarch is a bit of a dick. They let this village grow right next to this kaiju. They clearly knew that the kaiju was there, and they just let the village develop. They never gave them a heads up, and so everyone in that village is dead now. Congrats, Monarch. You goofed again. One thing that gets me very excited in this trailer that I haven't heard too many people talking about is the Rodan eruption scene. We see the volcano explode, which I can't wait for that scene in the movie. It just should be so cool. And we see what looks like a claw or a foot, a three-pronged, I don't know, is that the right word? 3-pronged claw come up and grab the volcano. Clearly Rodan, obviously, I mean, we've seen him in the trailers and we know that it's Rodan, but I think it's pretty cool. Is that his foot though? I can't figure that out. He has that clawed foot, but I don't think that's his foot. I think those the little claws on his wings. I think that's what we're seeing. I would expect that he's gonna crawl out of the volcano and he won't really show wings. It'll be like he has weird arms, and then he's gonna flap his wings out and it'll be like a big reveal. That'd be my guess. That way we can have a really cool Rodan moment that we saw in trailer 1. That's just what I'm anticipating. I could probably be wrong though. We hear the line of dialogue from Vera Farmiga's character. If you don't remember, she plays Emma Russell, saying the time has come. She's talking to Madison Russell. Madison looks like she's about to start crying, and we know that she starts crying in the next trailer, or in trailer 2. So I think what's happening here is Vera Farmiga is like, yep, the time has come. We're gonna kill Mothra. Madison Russell is gonna watch as they light Mothra on fire. That'd be my guess, because in the next trailer, or I don't know why I keep saying the next trailer. In trailer 2, we see them light Mothra on fire, essentially. We see the reflection of flames and Mothra there burning up. I'm assuming that's what we're looking at. Millie Bobby Brown's character, Madison Russell, inside the Temple of the Moth, watching it go down, crying. I think they're gonna try and kill Mothra right here, and it's clearly not gonna work. During the Godzilla Atomic Breath scene, the coolest thing about this trailer is right here. I don't care about this next shot, which is amazing, but the coolest part is right here. If you listen very closely, that's the Showa Godzilla roar. You heard it, right? You can hear it. It's clearly the Showa Godzilla roar. We also hear the Showa Mothra roar over the word Godzilla. When he's like, Godzilla, king of the monsters. We hear the Showa Mothra roar. Godzilla. Very cool. And, you know, we don't get Mothra in the trailer, so at least we get a roar. But yeah, the Showa Godzilla roar during the Atomic Breath, awesome. Rodan versus Ghidorah, by far the most interesting aspect of this trailer. I really don't know what's going on here. Rodan, I gotta tell you, buddy, you're not gonna win this fight. It's just not gonna go well for him. I feel like what's gonna happen is they're gonna fly at each other and Rodan's just gonna get thunderclapped, right? He's just gonna, right? Didn't that happen in what movie was it? Invasion of Astro Monster? Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster? One of the movies, they fly right at each other and they crash and Rodan just gets knocked right to the ground. That's what we're gonna see here. He's not gonna win that fight. If I had to guess when this happens in the movie, this is gonna be after Rodan's chasing the Argo jet. He's gonna fight the military. It'll be just after he hatches and he will fly up into the storm clouds and wind up coming in contact with Ghidorah. I'm gonna assume this is about halfway through the film before the DC incident, and Mothra might join the mix right here. I'm not sure on that. We do see Mothra flying in trailer 2 and we see Rodan behind her, so Mothra might join the mix right here. I think it might be a bit too early in the movie for Mothra to be in her adult stage. She might show up as an adult later on in the film. I think there's a big possibility for Mothra to join the fight right here. Keep in mind, guys, I don't know the spoilers. I'm not into leaks, so this is all just speculation, which is probably why it's wrong, but maybe it isn't. I have no idea. The ending of this TV spot gives us the words, watch the full trailer online. That misled me at first. I was like, wait a minute, holy cow, I missed trailer 3. I was not home yesterday, and I'm also not going to be home this weekend, so please, trailer 3, don't come out this weekend. But I was like, I missed trailer 3. This is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't miss it. There is no trailer 3. This is just a TV spot. It's referring to trailer 2. That's what it's talking about. Don't get your hopes up. I know I said this about NECA, but I'm sticking to my guns on this one too. Trailer 3 will come late March or April. That's probably when we're gonna get trailer 3. I wouldn't even put it past them to put the trailer 3 out in May. There's no way we're getting it in February. It just won't happen. But if it does, hey, that sucks, because I'm gonna be out of town this weekend and I won't be able to cover it. And this would be the weekend that they'd release it, wouldn't it? This is the last weekend of February. All right, but that's the video, fellas. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time for a Who is the Kaiju, or Who are the Kaiju video. I know I've already done one, but I'll do another one because we have some more information and I've got new theories. And also there's a lot more Toho Kaiju that people are like, it's this one, it's that one. It isn't. So we'll talk about it tomorrow and I'll tell you how it isn't and why it isn't, and I'll see you there. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I just did this part of the outro, but I'll see you guys next time. D-Man, out.